right, today I'm going to show you what the FOIL method is. And, FOIL method is basically used to multiply algebraic expressions. And today we are going to work with binomials. And binomials are nothing but bi means two. So two terms in which we are going to, these kind of terms are called binomials. So it's nothing but an algebraic expression of the sum or the difference of two terms. The sum or the difference of two different terms. And that's what we are going to be solving using the FOIL method. Okay. So FOIL basically, this is what it means. Okay. So I'm going to write it over here. FOIL. All right. And the F basically stands for the first terms. Okay. So F is standing for the first terms. Okay. O is for the outer terms. So I'm just going to put this so you can see what I'm doing. This is I, this is L. Okay. So first term, outer terms. I is for the inner terms and L is for the last terms. Okay. So this is the order that we follow. That's why it's called FOIL. Okay. So when I say x plus 2, x plus 3, basically all I'm doing, let's first take the first terms. Okay. So let me show you with some colors. All right. So these two are my first terms. Okay. These two are my first terms. And then it has outer. So when I say outer terms, okay, this and this are my outer terms, these two. Okay. So these are my outer terms. All right. And then I had shown you the first ones, which are these two. All right. Inner terms, these two. Okay, these are my inner terms. All right. And then I have the last, which would be this and this. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what we are multiplying with what we are multiplying. Okay, so we have the first terms, which are these two, the outer terms, the inner terms, and the last terms when we start multiplying. Okay, so if I look at the first terms over there, this is nothing but x times x, which gives me x squared. All right, if I look at the outer terms over there, I have x times 3, x times 3, which gives me 3x. The inner terms are 2 times x, 2 times x, which gives me 2x. And my last terms are 2 times 3, which gives me 6. All right, so just wanted to show you what I'm multiplying. And then all I do is I take those and I have x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. And then I look at these two are my like terms. So I'm going to combine like terms. I'm going to combine like terms. Okay. If it's addition, I will add the like terms. If it's subtraction, I will subtract the like terms. Okay. So now in this case, I have x squared plus 3x's and another 2x's, that gives me 5x. Okay, so 5x plus 6. And so this is going to be my final answer because now everything else over here is an unlike term. All right, so basically this is what FOIL method is. Okay, so let's try some more examples which I have over here. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. And let me erase this so you can see what I'm doing. All All right, so let's do the next one. It says x plus 3 squared. And when I say x plus 3 squared, it basically means I'm taking the same number times itself. Okay, so this is x plus 3 and x plus 3. Okay, so when I take the first, it is the x times x. Okay, x times x, which gives me x squared. All right, my outer are these two, the x times 3, which gives me 3x. My inner are these two, which is 3 times x, which gives me 3x. And then my last are these two, which is 3 times 3, which gives me 9. So now I'm going to take all of these, x squared plus 3x plus 3x plus 9. Now I'm going to see where do I have like terms that I can add or subtract. In this case, it's addition because these two are like terms. So I am going to combine them and I get x squared plus 3 plus 3 is 6x plus 9. And this is my final answer for this problem. Okay, let's try another addition one and then we'll go into subtraction. Okay, so next problem, I give you 3z plus 5 times 2z plus 7. Okay, now once again we are going to do the first, outer, inner, last. So now that you've understood this process, let's look at the first one. And the first one is 3z and 2z. 3z and 2z. So this is 3z times 2z, which gives me 3 times 2 is 6. Z times z is z squared. All right. Then I have the outer, which is 3z times 7. Okay. So 3z times 7, and 7 times 3 is 21z. 21z. All right. For the inner, we have 5 and 2z. So this is going to be 5 times 2z, which is going to give me 10z. 5 times 2 is 10, times z is z. And the last one is 5 and 7. So 5 times 7, and that gives me 35. That gives me 35. Okay, and now I'm going to combine the like terms. All right, so let's go ahead and do this over here. I have 6z squared plus 21z plus 10z plus 35. So like terms are these two, okay? The z and the z combined. And so I get 6z squared plus 21 plus 10 gives me 31z plus 35. Nothing else common. They're all unlike terms now. So therefore, that is my final answer. Okay? Now, let's do one with subtraction. All that we've done so far is addition, but with subtraction is just going to follow the integer rules. So let's go ahead and start solving the ones with subtraction. I'll do with a one subtraction problem, and then both of them have subtraction in it. Okay. All right. So let's start with x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. Okay, so once again, same process. We know that anything that is multiplying with a negative number, a positive and negative is going to give me a negative product. And if I multiply a negative with a negative, I'm going to get a positive product if they are just two numbers. Okay. So for the first one, I have x times 2x, which gives me x times x squared, so 2x squared. Okay, that gives me 2x squared. Then we are going to look at the next part, which is the outer. And the outer, I have x times negative 3. Okay, so since this is x times negative 3, I am going to get, because this is negative times positive, my answer is going to be negative 3x. Because if it says x, that means the coefficient is 1. So negative 3 times 1 gives me a negative product and then x. Okay, then let's look at the inner. In inner, I have 1 times 2x, and that gives me any number times 1 is the number itself. So I get 2x. All right, and then the last one is 1 times negative 3. 1 times negative 3. Positive times negative is going to give me a negative product. So I get negative 3. All right. So let's write it out. I've got 2x squared. I've got minus 3x. I've got plus 2x. And I've got minus 3. Okay, now here are the like terms. So I have 3 negatives and I have 2 positives. So since they are opposite signs, I am going to subtract. All right, that means from 3 negatives, I'm removing 2 positives. So therefore, this basically becomes just minus x. It'll be negative 3 plus 2. That gives me minus 1x, which I can just write as minus x minus 3. And now nothing is common. So that is going to be my final answer. Okay. All right. So let's do another one, and which is this one where I have both negatives over here, both minus. And again, it's the same principle of multiplying numbers which have either the same sign or different signs. Okay. So here's my next question. It is 3x minus 4 over 2x minus 5. Okay, over 2x minus 5. So in this case, let's look at the first numbers. My first numbers are 3x and 2x. All right, so we have 3x times 2x. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is squared. So 6x squared. Okay, then the outer, I have 3x and I have negative 5 because it's minus 5. So 3x times negative 5, positive times negative is going to give me a negative product. So it gives me 3 times 5 is going to be negative 15x. Negative 15x. And then I am looking at the inner. In inner, I have negative times positive again. So that's going to give me a negative product. Okay. So for inner, I have negative 4 times 2x. Negative 4 times positive 2 gives me negative 8 and then the x. So negative 8x. Okay. So next, we have the last, and for last I have negative 4 and negative 5. If you multiply two negative numbers, my product is going to be positive. So it's negative 4 times negative 5, which gives me a positive 20. Gives me a positive 20. All right, so these two are my like terms. All right, so I have negative 15x minus 8x. So basically, what this actually means that I have negative 15x's and I have another negative 8x's. This is basically what it means. All right, and so same sign, I'm going to add them, and 15 plus 8 is 23 with the negative sign in the front. So I'm just showing you how we are combining the like terms over here. And so I'm just going to write it out. I have 6x squared minus 15x minus 8x plus 20, and we already said that these two are going to be combined like I showed you over there. So we get 6x squared minus 23x plus 20, and this is going to be my final answer. As you can see that they are all unlike terms now. So uh, this was just a simple way to do FOIL with binomials, and I hope that makes sense. And just be careful about your signs. Whether you're adding or you're subtracting, with addition, it's pretty clear cut. You're going to have all positive. But when I have something minus something, just be careful when you are multiplying. All right. Have a great day.